Okay, well, no, that's Croz. I'm Matt. As some of you know, some of you don't. Croz has asked me to say something quickly because, well, I started working with Croz in November last year, and quite frankly, from now to then is just I'm a completely different person. So I'll do a bit of background first. I'm an accountant by trade, if you can call that. I worked in insolvency, cleaning up businesses that were in trouble and that sort of thing, and it's quite stressful, and I hated it, but it was a great experience. I was working 80 hours a week at least. 80 hours a week, just crazy hours. Getting good experience, like I said, but sort of just wasn't enjoying what I was doing. I tried to move on, went to Coca-Cola as an analyst. Spent 2 years there, but sort of fell apart because I was under too much stress, and basically everything fell in a hole. I knew I hated what I was doing. I had a mortgage, just wanted to keep going. I got a mortgage at 22, early, late compared to some others, but some people think that's pretty early. And basically wasn't having a lot of fun all up and didn't know where I wanted to go from there. Knew I wanted to have a business, but ended up so sick, probably mentally and physically, by the end of it that I didn't know where I was going. So I quit my job at Coke and then went on holiday for a month, got engaged, then was floundering when I got back to Perth, wondering what the hell I was going to do to get some money back. Fortunately, we had a property boom and I had a little bit of equity, and that sort of kept me and my fiancée rolling on for a little while I figured out what to do. I've been to, I think I met Josh initially at a PD seminar. I've probably been to 10, 15, read 40 books, and none of them could actually help me because I couldn't actually put anything to action. I knew I wanted to do something, but I couldn't actually sort of move on. After meeting Josh, I stumbled across Croz's website. So I'm denied whether or not I should send him an email, what if it doesn't work for me, all these sorts of things. And basically, after probably a couple of months of doing that, I thought, just send him an email. He might not get back to me. Hopefully he doesn't get back to me. I don't know what to do. I'll just keep floundering here. And so I did. I sent him the email. He got back to me a couple of hours later, I think, and said, give us a call. And I got on the phone and I tried to talk to him. I had no idea what I was trying to say, really. All I knew is I wanted to start up a business which would then lead me to be able to buy some properties so I could basically have fun, because I didn't want to be stressed about having to pay a mortgage and this and that. I wanted to be able to have more free time in my life, or at least enjoy what I was doing. So I said that to Croz, and I think he saw that I had some direction in a way that I didn't know how I was going to do it. I needed a vehicle, so we decided to look for businesses. To cut a long story short, we looked at one in the paper. It turned out to be a fencing business. We realised that the business wasn't really worth what they were asking for it, and we could start something up for next to nothing compared to what they were asking. Turns out my dad's a builder. I've got a lot of contacts in the industry, and it all sort of just fell into place from there. That was November, December, I suppose, that we were looking at this business for a couple of weeks to buy. Just before Christmas, sort of made the decision to register a business name and start cranking, and we're now end of April, early May. We've got an office in Aussie Park, set up a big showroom, contacts, tendered on quite a large project last week, which we're hoping to win.
You will win.
Well, we will win. The champagne's in the fridge at the office, it's waiting for us to win. We've got to put it out there a little bit. We drove around the estate today. That'll be a nice thing. So basically, I've got a turnover which has already exceeded what I earned the years previous in 6 weeks. Which is quite an amazing thing, which I never thought would actually get to a point like that, because I didn't have that belief in myself. So that's sort of the 180 turnaround, and that's where I am at 1st of May from about mid to late November last year. So I was floundering, had no idea what I wanted. I knew what I wanted overall, but I didn't know how to do it. I got up in the morning, I wasn't enjoying myself, and now I get up in the morning, I can't wait to go to work, I'm having a lot of fun with it, it's just a big game. It's happiness instead of floundering around hating your job. keeping your head down so you don't have to look at your boss when you walk in the door a bit late because you just don't want to be there. So that's the difference. And I still amaze myself that it's happened to me in this short period of time, but it's just the power of what you can actually achieve, and it helps to have that bit of guidance. A mentor is a huge thing. I couldn't stress it anymore. It's just Croz has been fantastic. Croz and Val, if you who know Val, she works with me at the moment. In the office, which is Croz's wife, and between the two, they've sort of helped me help myself, because really it's not, I've done, it's been me that's done it, but I just needed that kick up the arse, I suppose, just to make sure I was making the right decisions and not getting in my own way. So, yeah, that's sort of my story in a nutshell. And I guess the biggest point to take from it is just taking some action. If you know what you want to do, you'll sort of have a gut feeling about it, but you will get in your own way. So I was more than aware that I was getting in my own way, but I didn't know how to get out of my own way, and it was just that helping hand. I jumped into this business without as much market research as I would have done in the past. I would have probably researched it for 3 years and then never really taken the action. I was researching and going hard as I was going through it, but I just had that belief that it was the right thing to be doing. There was a place in the market for me. There's enough work out there for everyone. Don't have to tread on people's toes. So, and we're flying along, moving into some big areas, and really intend to push to a national level at a later stage, which is just amazing for me to even really be talking about that if I think back to my mindset 4 or 5 months ago. So, I guess that's my story.